Afternoon, children. Welcome back to RB online class. So now today I am explaining about the Chinese civilization. So this is coming in ancient civilization. Before in previous class I explained you about the Mesopotamian civilization. So how they developed their life, their lifestyle in that period. So that all I told you in previous class. So today I am explaining you Chinese civilization. So here, the country that lies to east of India, that is the China. So here, China, the yellow complexion Mongolian tribes, they are the belongs of this China civilization. So they are before tribals, then slowly they settled their life, and then they started developing their life, and then they be called the Chinese civilization. So here they started or they developed their life or lifestyle. So where means they also started near the river, that is the Yangtze and Hong. These two rivers, near that they settled their life. Here Yellow River are the means rivers are there, and Yellow River also very important, means prominent river of this region, means this Chinese region. And here, that's why here it is called the corridor of the Chinese civilization. Okay, so here these people they develop their life very well, and these Chinese people they start the trade between the other countries, means they start their trade with the foreigners. So how they done this trade means with the growing of paddy and silk. They not done other means other means or other materials or other things. They started their trade with the other countries with the paddy and silk. So these two things they are growing more, and they started trading with the other countries. So this is the introduction of Chinese civilization. So once again I am saying you, this Chinese civilization, this country China, it coming east of the India, east side of India, and here these peoples are yellowish color. They have a little bit yellow color, and they belongs to Mongolian family or ancients there, and they are before they are the tribals. Then afterwards slowly they settle their life near the rivers too, that is the Yangtze and Huangpu, these two rivers. And one more Yellow River, this river is very important river, and here the Chinese civilization is started. Then again here they are calling that these rivers are the cordon of the people of this Chinese civilization. So here they started developing themselves very well, and they started the trade with the other countries, other civilizations. So what they done trade means paddy and silk. These two they are growing more, and these two they started doing the business with the other civilizations or country. Now we are going to study about the second one, that is the political history. So here political history, this Chinese political history. So first here political history, Shang, this dynasty started ruling here. This Shang dynasty they developed this place very well. They started ruling, and here they start ruling from 18th century BC to 12th century BC. And here this Shang dynasty they ruled very well, and they depend here when they are ruling these people at that time, when they are ruling at a time their subjects, they peoples are depending on agriculture more. They started growing more agriculture, means they understand how to grow the agriculture or how they have to crop the field, how they had to grow the crops or anything. So they are depending, in shortly I say that they are depending the agriculture, or they are more growing the food crops. So here they are the more depending on agriculture, these peoples. Then this Chinese had the master of the craft. Here they are the master, means they are winning some things different. Nowadays also, in India or other countries, we are purchasing more Chinese products. because they are doing very nicely, they're giving that product very finished goods. Okay, so we like them. Maybe not living long time, but in ancient time, they are whatever maybe they are producing, it is very quality thing. But nowadays, Chinese means it is not working long time, but it is good in looking good and maintaining good also, but it's not working long time. So, but in ancient time, they are doing it better and quality work. So they are mastering craft of the producing maybe anything. So they are the craft of producing frozen and here porcelain, that one dishes. So nowadays it is too demand. So dinner dish, that other dishes or vase, flower pots, that all they are making. So it is too demand. At that time also they started doing this one, means producing this one, and at that time it is too quality nice. Nowadays also same, but it not working or keeping a long time. Suddenly it will broke or anything will it will happen. Okay, so here then this Shang dynasty, they are ruling. At that time, these all things are developed. Means people they are started doing the agriculture, and some people they are started producing the frozen things, and one more thing that is the porcelain dishes. That one. So this dynasty also they maintain their subjects very well. Then slowly they decline. Means they now in this dynasty not have any king to maintain as it is how much they before they are maintaining. Means the subjects and the political rules that are. So slowly they decline. Then Zhou dynasty started ruling. Here, no one have the maintaining there. Then this Zhou dynasty they occupied them or defeated them and they started ruling Zhou dynasty. So this Zhou dynasty they started ruling here China. Then here this Zhou dynasty king they also ruled very long time. Means how much good kings or strong kings they came, they maintained the dynasty long time. If the king is weak, he not have the idea how to maintain the kingdom, then that kingdom had to occupied by other king, means other dynasty are defeating in them, and so they had to lose their kingdom. Then which king is defeating, they started the ruling. So here also same thing has here Shang dynasty also defeated in the hands of Zhou dynasty, and Zhou dynasty they started ruling here. So here Zhou dynasty they also ruled little long time. Means here in this dynasty many kings are ruled very well. Means they are the strong kings. They maintain their subjects, their kingdom very well. So that's why they ruled long time. So then again, Hu Hong, the famous king of Zhou dynasty. This Zhou dynasty's king, Hu Hong, he is the famous king and he well known for his philosopher. Means when he ruling at the time he have in his court great philosophers. So two great philosophers names was, now I'm saying that Confucius and Lao Tzu. These two are the great philosophers and here they lived in this period, means in Zhou dynasty time. So they wrote nicely, they whatever maybe that kingdom or poems or whatever they're writing. So that all they wrote very well, they are the philosophers. So then again here after the Zhou dynasty, again they ruled long time, but again some weak kings they started ruling. So after this Qin dynasty. They defeated the Zhou dynasty and here Qin dynasty they started ruling. So here Qin dynasty they started ruling here. Then they given the name China. So when the Qin dynasty started ruling at that time they given the China. That place name they given that China. So this China name is derived from the Qin dynasty. Okay, so here then Qi Hong Hu, he was the famous king from the Qin dynasty. So he also great king and he also started ruling very well. He also seeing his subjects very lovely and respectfully. Then again he brought under a uniform law. Means one rules he started. He was called the first emperor of the China. He was from Qin dynasty, Qi Han Pi. He is the famous king and he is the first emperor of the China, and he built a 1500 miles long great wall. It is the famous wall. So it is also coming in seven wonder of the world. So he built that wall to protect China from the enemies. So here China was ruled by this Qing dynasty. So here when Qing dynasty started ruling by the kings, great kings they ruled. So in that one king, he is famous for his constructing that long wall. His name was Chi Hang Ti. So he started constructing, he given the order to construct the long wall. That wall is important and very famous. So that's why he is famous from the Qing dynasty. And again, after the Qing dynasty, Han dynasty came. Means here, again here Qing dynasty means those who are good king, strong kings, great warriors, they maintained the kingdom very well. They enlarged the kingdom very well, and they see the subjects also means they maintaining their dynasty nicely. So they start ruling well. But slowly, when weak king will came, then again other dynasty kings are defeating them, means attacking them, and they are occupying this dynasty. So same thing happened here also. King dynasty also have a weak king at that time. Then Han dynasty king attacked here and occupied this. Then again he stopped this King dynasty and Han dynasty started ruling. So this Han dynasty, it is very famous. Why means when the Han dynasty was ruling, the kings are ruling at that time. They are saying that golden age in China. So that period, Han dynasty period, it is called the golden age of China. Hu Ti, he was the famous king of Han dynasty. Here in this Han dynasty, famous king was Hu Ti. He is the famous king and he maintained his kingdom very well. So here Han dynasty period is called the golden age in China. So here he established his vast empire, means big empire. He is a great warrior and strong king. So here again he started the business with the foreign peoples. Means he gained the importance under the his rule, and he started his business with the other countries for maybe other goods or other things. But one thing is important, that is the he started the more, because other countries people they want the silk more. They have the demand of silk. So that's why here this in Rome, and here that's why here the people, these Chinese people, they're transporting that silk. So that route is called as a silk route. Here that route is given the name as a silk route, and here the trade route between China and Rome, that one become the famous in whole that places, that all civilizations, and they given the name as a silk route. So here not only in Rome or other place they giving, in the India also they sending the silk. So with that here, with that business relation, here in China enter the Buddhism. Buddhism came from the India, so that one entered in the China civilization, and here this Buddhism started spreading in China also. Art and literature received great importance or value during the Han dynasty. Here, Han dynasty, when the kings are ruling, they giving more importance for the art and literature also. Then this Han dynasty, it is ruled very well, means they maintain them all the kingdom and subjects also. And this period is known as the golden age in China. So here in Chinese history, they wrote that Han dynasty is the golden age of China. Then during the rule of Song dynasty, then again here after the Han dynasty, here again great kings over, then weak king they came, then weak king they not maintaining here. So then Song dynasty, they have at that time power, so they defeated the Han dynasty and they occupied the dynasty, and here Song dynasty they started ruling. So this Song dynasty, Same it is dynasty. So Song dynasty, they started ruling. So which came power after the Han dynasty. Means he defeated them and they started ruling here. So this dynasty was ruled very well, and here they started in Song dynasty. They given the more importance for the wood printing, and then again they started printing press also. Then again they producing the porcelain dishes, then frozen dishes or other things. These all things they started. The Mongolians ended the rule of Song dynasty. Here, when Song dynasty they started ruling at that time, when they started ruling at that time, they developed more. So how means they started the wood printing, press printing. That all means wood printing means here they writing the script on the bamboo slip they are taking, and on that they are writing that script is called the pictography. That script is called the pictography. So these Chinese people they are writing on bamboo slip from up to down, from top to bottom they are writing. So here these people ruled very well. Then after them Mongolians they stopped this rule, and Mongolian they started ruling this place, and Mongolian they done the capital as the Peking. One name, that place name Peking. So they done capital of Song dynasty here. That Song dynasty they ruled well here. They done the capital as the Peking, but here Mongolians they ended here Song dynasty, and here today that Peking place name is Beijing. So that is the capital of China. So this is all the how they ruled one by one. Now then last point, that is the contributions. The contributions of the Chinese civilization. How they done when the one by one these all kings are ruling at a time. What they done for the place means that country. So here the contributions of the Chinese to the ancient world, that was remarkable. Means it is too shocking. Why means here this Chinese, these all peoples, they are very nice, they are very sharp people. They introduce many things like paper making by the bamboo, then printing brushes, that one, then porcelain dishes. It is too valuable now also, at that time also. Then Meridians, complex, that one, and many other things they done very nicely, very well. And they used this, I before told no, this pictography script. That also they started writing on the bamboo slips, and that one they are writing, how they are writing is from top to bottom, means that slip they are taking from up to down they are writing this way. Here on bamboo, that's this one. They take out in slowly, they take out in slips slowly, and on that they are writing here from up to down. It will come slowly. Okay, so that is the speciality of these peoples. Then again, Liu Zi and Confucius. They are the great writers. So they are the philosophers. At that time, they work nicely on the philosophy. And here they sacrifice and means they wrote in their books sacrificing of the peoples, living harmony with all together, relationship with the nature, how they are worshipping God or that forest or trees, that one. Then again, here they established a lot of moral and social valuable things, means valuable society, that all they started because they are the great philosopher. They wrote in the nicely method, and that one is attractive peoples, and peoples they followed that one because the old peoples what they done, that all they wrote. Then slowly how the civilization are developing, they are also following that one by the reading of these books. So here once again I am repeating you, in previous class I told about the Mesopotamian civilization. Now I am explaining Chinese civilization. So in the Chinese civilization, I explain you political history. So in political history, these all dynasties are coming one by one. So here, lastly, how they ruled, how what they done, that all I told, what they developed, how much they developed. Then lastly, contributions. So contributions also, how they done in according to the dynasty wise when they ruling, how they develop their places where they are ruling. So these all dynasties they rule very well, but they can't rule too long time because some weak kings are ruling. So then one by one defeating one by one here. First Shang dynasty, then